In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can make $100 per day with no subscribers on YouTube. This method that I'm going to show you actually doesn't require you to spam your links on YouTube accounts. All you have to do is follow my method step by step, which I'll discuss with you, and you can start making money online. Hello, my name is Austin Godbolt, and I create videos to help you escape the cubicle. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you're looking for different ways to escape the cubicle. And before I forget, if you want to know my #1 recommended way to escape the cubicle and start living the life that you deserve, click the first link in the description or go to austingodbolt.com/start. Alright, so as I mentioned, I'm going to show you step by step how you can start making $100 per day with no subscribers. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, my channel is actually proof positive. As of right now, I have 671 subscribers. Before that, I was making $100 with less than 100 subscribers. So I know that this can work, and it's actually very, very easy. And as I mentioned, this process doesn't require you to spam your links. You just go out and you create good content, and you can start making money. So obviously, what you want to do is you want to find a niche, find a topic that you're going to create content around. The other thing that you don't need to do is you don't need to do review videos. In fact, review videos are actually going to hold you back from making money because, simply put, everybody makes review videos. What you need to do instead is you need to pick a product or service that you want to recommend and do a little bit of keyword research. I call this method alphabet soup. So let's go to Amazon.com. I'm going to go to Amazon.com. And I'm just going to take a look at some of my recent purchases. And now you can actually do this too. Take a look at things that you have purchased recently because you purchased those items for a reason. They solved a problem, they addressed an issue, they resolved the issue that you had. And so this is actually a pretty good product to create content around. So I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, see if I can find something really quick. Let's see if we go to page 2. Now, it can literally be anything. There's a lot of kids' toys on here. There's hair products, dresses. Here, we'll just go with this monster truck. We purchased this monster truck for Christmas. It was a Christmas gift from Santa, in fact. And so let's say we're going to let's say we're going to use this to create content. What we would do here is we just grab the affiliate link from Amazon, but this can work for ClickBank, ClickFunnels. This can work for just about anything because we're not going to attack this directly. We're going to kind of create content and then say, oh, by the way, if you want to purchase the exact product or service that I'm talking about, click the first link in the description and you can have it too. So the product or service doesn't actually matter for us. It's more all about creating the type of content that will get us in front of our customers. The great thing about YouTube is you can show up on the recommended page with any number of subscribers. You can show up on the recommended page. Also, if I click this first image here of the office and I just want to pause that, you can show up on the up next page over here on the right hand side. And so you don't need a ton of subscribers to make any money. You can just naturally show up here if you're providing quality content, or even if you're providing content that no one else is creating. Most people are going to do how-to videos and they're going to wonder why they're getting frustrated and not getting any sales. So if we just did, I'm just going to copy this. And I'm going to do let's see, copy. And I'm going to paste that right here. I want to see if people are making content about this truck. So as you can see, people have already made content about this truck. And there's a lot of content out there. What we want to do is maybe we want to create like a best of, we would say best monster trucks. So that is one way to address it, best monster trucks. This is still going to be pretty competitive. What you want to do is you want to find maybe monster trucks. And so I've just typed in monster trucks for children, and let's see what that yields. And so what I've done is the way that I do keyword research is I enter in a top level search result. So it's going to be pretty competitive. And then I add some quantifiers or qualifiers. So right now my top level keyword search is monster trucks. Then I added in 4 and automatically children popped up. What I did was I hit spacebar again to see if there was anything else that I could niche down and create content on. So if I'm just going to hit enter monster trucks for children, and as you can see, there's a lot of content out here that could potentially be pretty competitive. Blimpy's on here a lot. In fact, there's 50 million views. That could be difficult to compete if we were just looking to compete head to head. Maybe we want to add in a how-to. See, how-to space monster truck how-to. So I added in a how-to with a space, and it gave us a whole separate search result, how-to _ monster trucks. If we did best _ monster trucks, TRUCKS for kids, we'll say. And again, this is going to give us a whole separate set of search results for the most part, which we could actually create content. Now, again, you might want to attack it at from a different angle. Instead of talking about monster trucks, we might want to address best toys for Christmas for 5-year-olds. So my son right now is 4, so we could do best toys for 4-year-olds. And this is going to be really competitive. And if we hit space again, 4-year-old boy, we'll see what goes there. Okay, and so again, you're going to spend a little bit of time doing this because you want to look for things that aren't as competitive, and you also want to look for things that, or you also want to look for videos that aren't as competitive, and you want to look for videos that are older. For example, the top 4 results are a year or more older. And so YouTube likes videos that are newer, more current or up to date. And so this could actually be an opportunity. And we just typed in best toys for 3 or 4-year-olds. Let's see, why don't we try best for, let's try 4-year-olds. 4-year-old. Let's see. Another way that you can address it is you could say how to charge a monster truck. I keep spelling truck with noir. So again, if you take a look, these search results, this guy is number 1 with 1.6 thousand views. He only has 1 subscriber. So this is an amazing example of how you can do this and start making $100 per day. So what I would do is I'd create a video. I'd create a video and tell them to click the link in the description to buy the exact same monster truck that I've showed you how to charge. Right before we're going to buy a product or service, we're going to look on Amazon, we're going to look on Google, we're going to look on YouTube for different reviews. And so what we could actually do is if I click on here and then I go down to unanswered or answered questions, here are some questions that we could look right into Google or YouTube to see if they've been asked or answered, and we could basically create content this way. So if I go see answered questions, let's just see here. What's the name of this? We'll say how long does a Monster Jam battery last? So we go back over to YouTube and we'll say, how long does the battery last? All right, so this isn't, again, if you look at this, this is from 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 months ago. This is a good opportunity to create the content. So what you'd want to do, and what you could do, in fact, is go to wherever you're finding the product or service and go down to the asked and answered questions and basically just create content that way. It's going to save you a lot of time, energy, and frustration because someone has already asked the question, someone's already looking for the answer. And let's see, if I buy 2, can I upgrade the battery? Let's try this. And so basically what you can do is you can go to Amazon or Target or Best Buy or wherever and find questions that people are asking and just Google it. So I'm going to paste this question here. I forgot what the question was. Let's see. Can I upgrade the battery of the Monster Jam truck? Let's see what happens. Now, there's probably going to be very few results here. 10 months ago, 63 views. This person has 236. So people are doing this exact method. And basically what happens is you create the video. This person's face isn't even on the video. People create the video. This answer before that's 3 years, 2 years, 1 year. This is a good opportunity. People will go here and let me see if this person's even doing affiliate marketing. I'm going to pause this. And maybe they just answered the question because they don't know that this is an opportunity. So what you could do essentially is you could actually make a thumbnail that's a little bit better. Add in your affiliate links and say, click here to buy the battery or click here to buy a brand new truck. And people click the link and they buy your product or service. And again, you can do this for anything. I just used Amazon because it's pretty easy. What you could do, what I recommend that you do is find a product or service on Amazon. You could do it on ClickBank. You could do it on anything and go down to the questions that people are asking. Let's try stand mixer. I'm going to get out of there, out of toys and games. I'm going to do stand mixer. And all right, we're just going to pick this. We're going to pick one that's not sponsored. We're going to look at this KitchenAid. And I'm going to go down to there's 429 answered questions. What you could do essentially is find a question that's already been answered and make a YouTube video about it. We'll say, we'll copy here and we'll go back over to YouTube and we'll say, highlight that. Will this mixer, will the KitchenAid, copy that. And we'll say, paste that in. I'm sure. See, look, and people are just doing reviews. Again, if you just came over to Amazon and answered these questions, the questions that people are already asking, you're going to get some traction and you're going to get sales. So it's a good opportunity. Again, if we copy this here, this one probably is answered. And I'm just going to go back up here. Going to paste that in. Will the blah, blah, blah will the KitchenAid bread dough? So we're just going to do that. And so as you can see, people are answering questions. This was 7 months ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 years ago. If you approach this as solving someone's problem, I guarantee you're going to be able to find traction, and it can work with any niche, any product or service. So basically, step by step, what you do is you find a product or service that you want to make money or make $100 per day. The next step is to go find question and answers. Amazon works great for this. You can do this with anything. Or do a little bit of research, do a little bit of keyword research like I showed you with the alphabet soup method, and just go back and answer questions. This video from 2 years ago is 4 minutes and 27 seconds long. You can do an intro for 45 seconds, you can do an outro for 45 seconds, and then just spend a couple seconds answering the question. If we scroll down, 7 years, 3 years, 1 year, 5 years, 3 years, 3 years, 2 years. If you just created content on this stand mixer, you would get commissions on accident. What I would do, again, I would just go through and just answer these questions over and over again. And if you don't know the answer, for example, will this work in Singapore? Contact the manufacturer and say, hey, will this work in Singapore? Or spend a couple minutes in reading the product manual. Usually the product manual will tell you where it works. And the reason why you want to do this is because oftentimes what people will do, and I'm just going to copy this, if they're interested, they're going to go to Google, they're going to paste it in, and we'll say, will this KitchenAid blah, blah, blah work in Singapore? Hopefully I spelled that right. And so if you answer this question, and I did not spell it right, if you answer the question via YouTube, it's very possible that your video will show up on Google. And so what customers like to do, especially if you're on a desktop, they'll keep this open because they don't want to leave the product or service. They'll hop over to Google, they'll type in the question, and then you have a video that'll show up, and they'll click the video and watch your video. Now, if they watch the video and you say, hey, click the link in the description to get your KitchenAid Ultra whatever stand mixer today, they'll click the link and they'll buy it because you have helped them out. This is powerful because people are already asking questions, so you don't have to try and think outside the box. You really don't have to do any work. You just go in and you solve the problem. Answer the question, you'll make some money. You can easily make $100 per day, especially with a stand mixer. If you wanted to, you can try and upsell them and have them purchase a more expensive product, but you don't necessarily do that. If you sell 2 or 3 of these stand mixers, you will make at least $100 per day, and that is totally doable because there are a billion videos viewed per month with YouTube. Again, if you want to know my #1 recommended way to escape the cubicle, click the first link in the description or go to alstongodbolt.com/start. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Before I forget, I do want to inform you that some of the links that you will see in your description are affiliate links, and I do and can receive a commission if you click on those links and purchase a product.